Hey guys, I only have 5 minutes to make this video, so I'm going to go super fast. You should have your using proportions notes with you right now. If you don't, you need to pause and find them. The substitute should give them to you. But anyway, as I go super fast, feel free to pause the video as needed and then rejoin, replay whenever you are ready. Also, we're going to finish a few problems here at the bottom, things that we might not have gotten to, but our main focus today is going to be using proportions to solve a problem. So we'll read the story problems. We're going to set up your fractions and your word fraction, your proportion, and then answer to get all of the credit, okay? So look for tips and ways to do this. Here we go. Okay. First, we are going to use cross multiplication at the bottom of your note page. To do this, if you didn't do this already, please do it with me. The expectation is that this whole page is done, and I'll give you points for it, okay? But we're going to multiply across. So we're going to say 22 times 16.5 equals 121 times x. So you're going to multiply 22 times 16.5. And you get 363. So you simplify, right? 363 is equal to 121x. Because we're multiplying 121 times x, we use the inverse operation, which is division. So we are going to divide both sides by 121. When we do that, we get 121 divided by 121, which is just x. And then we get 363 divided by 121, which is 3. So to make this proportional, x is equal to 3. We'll also do this last one here. So again, you're cross multiplying. So 33.44 times 1 is going to equal 3.2 times x. 33.44 is 33.44, which is equal to 3.2x. Okay. To undo this, we are dividing. So we're going to divide both sides by the number with the x. So that's 32, or 3.2, excuse me. And divide this side by 3.2. When we do that, we get 33.44 divided by 3.2, which is 10.45. So x is going to equal 10.45, which means if we plugged it back in here, then these would be proportional. All right, moving on to the back. Reminder that you can pause whenever you need to. You're going to write each one as a fraction using words, and then you're going to solve. Okay, so it's going to be kind of like an equation. So Consuelo can read 64 pages in 2 hours. This is what we know. Okay, at this rate, we want to figure out how many pages can she read in 7 hours. So our word fraction is going to be pages over hours. And the reason we know this is because it's saying pages in hours. Okay, the word in, per, for, all of those things equal that fraction bar. Okay, so then we write it using our numbers. So 64 pages in 2 hours. So we're going to write 64 over 2. This is our ratio without labels, is equal to how many pages? Well, when we don't know something, we put an X and then in 7 hours. So over 7. And then it becomes something that should look just like the other side, right? So then we're going to cross multiply to solve this proportion. So we have 2 times X is equal to 64 times 7. So you're going to use your calculator and multiply 64 times 7 and then record what you know. So 64 times 7, do it with me, is 448. So we're going to say 448 is equal to 2 times x. How do we undo this? You have to divide. So we're going to divide each side by 2. So then x is equal to 224 pages. And that is the final answer. I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to create another